welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tupo. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe, like, comment, give me a thumbs up, guys. Today I'm going to show you these easy, gorgeous jumbo box braids. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, please continue watching. My hair is already washed and moisturized. I'm going to be using my rat tail comb, my shine and jam, my yarn. Yes, we're using yarn instead of rubber bands, sis, and as well as my scrunchies to achieve this look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sectioning my hair from ear to ear, just a straight line, exactly the way I'm doing. I'm going to make sure the line is really nice and clean on the front right there. Alright guys, so once I section my hair from ear to ear, I'm going to start working with the front first. So I'm going to section my line from my temple all the way to the middle right there, exactly the way I'm doing. So I'm just going to use my scrunchie to hold the hair, just so you know I don't have to work twice. My hair is really thick, as you guys can see. If I don't pre-section my hair, I'm going to have to be working twice, okay? I have about 8 sections in my hair, so I'm going to have 8 braids. This is the easiest summer braids that you can ever do, sis. When I tell you, it took me an hour to get myself all together, so you better believe it, you're about to be looking cute. So I'm going to section one line in between my back, exactly the way I'm doing. And then I'm going to section 3 lines in the middle as well. So together, I have 8 sections, sis, okay? So it doesn't have to be like really nice and straight or whatever. It just has to be nice and decent. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure the lines in the front are really nice and straight. That way it looks cute. While I was still talking, sis, have you subscribed to my channel? Don't forget to turn on your notification button so you do not miss out on any uploads, because this channel is getting what? Juicy! Yes, sis! So I'm going to be sectioning out the little yarn string that I'm about to use for one section. So this is the amount of yarn. You just gotta make sure it's nice and long. I'm going to take my shine and jam and then apply to my hair just to make sure the line is really nice and clean or whatever. And then I'm just gonna take my baby hairs out of the way too, just so you know I look all the way cute. Period. And then I'm just gonna take my shine and jam and apply it to the remaining of the hair just to make sure my scalp is really nice and clean. And then once I do that, I'm just gonna take my yarn, okay, the yarn that I sectioned out. I'm just gonna make sure I have a little piece on the top right there, and then the longer piece is on the bottom. And then I'm just going to start going round like I'm doing a knot or something like that. You know, I'm just gonna go round in a circular kind of motion, just exactly the way I'm doing. So just make sure you're nice and snug on the bottom, but not way too tight that you're gonna give yourself a headache or anything like that. As you guys can see, once I let it go, it is not going anywhere. It is not unraveling. So you're just going to take the little piece on the top, and then you're going to go on the opposite direction and just tie a little knot, sis. Okay, so that's all you're going to do, and then you're going to cut the excess yarn using your scissors. Very, very easy, very beginner friendly. Anybody can actually do this. All right, so I'm going to be using this 3X free trace braid. This is 68 inches and I'm using 2.5 packs for this look. So it comes 3 in a pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the hair out exactly the way I'm doing. Take the little rubber band that it comes with off, and then I'm just gonna take my scrunchie and secure the hair. So I'm using one little piece for one braid, okay, sis? And then once I do that, I'm just gonna separate my hair into 2 and give it a little tug. That way I'm really nice and snug or whatever. And then I'm taking a little bit more of the shine and jam and applying to the rest of my hair on the top. Anyway, so I'm just gonna take the braid and I'm going to place it on my hair, okay? So I'm going to be securing that little scrunchie like 3 or 4 times. That way it is nice and secure. And then once I flip it down, okay, I'm just gonna take a little piece from the braiding hair just to make sure I'm giving myself a little nice snug situation. That way I give myself a little base on the braid, sis, okay? Because you don't want your braid to be moving around. You want it to be really nice and secure. I'm going to be sectioning the braiding hair into 3, exactly the way I'm doing. I'm just gonna take my natural hair and put it in the middle strand, okay? So I'm tucking it in the middle strand, and then I'm just gonna start braiding down. Exactly the way I'm saying, sis. Very, very easy, very beginner friendly. Anybody can actually do this. When I tell you this is easy peasy lemon squeezy, you better believe it, because sister, anybody can actually do this. You can do this on your daughter, you can do this on your mom, you can do this on anybody. I wanted to give you some easy summer styles that you can do an hour and you are out the door. so much for subscribing. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for all the love. I really appreciate you. You guys are the real MVPs. I am nothing without you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. So once I get to where I want the braid to stop, I'm just gonna take a little piece from the side, and then I'm tying a knot like 4 or 5 times because the braid is big, okay? Because it is thick, you wanna make sure you are securing really well. So at least 4 or 5 times, it is going to be nice and secure. So I'm going to show you guys again. So you're going to take your Shine and Jam, apply it to your hair. You're going to take your yarn, place it on the hair. Make sure you have the shorter piece on the top and then the longer piece on the bottom. And then you're just going to start going around like you're tying a little knot. Make sure you're giving yourself a really nice base, a nice grip. And then you're going to go around like 4 or 5 times. Once you do that, you're going to take the other piece of the yarn and then you're just going to secure those together, tying a little knot. That way it does not unravel. That way you don't have to work twice. Just gonna take a little bit more of the Shine and Jam, apply it to your hair. Okay, so I'm taking the piece and then I'm using the scrunchie to secure it, placing it on my head, and then just using the scrunchie to secure it like 3 or 4 times. That way it is really nice and snug. Okay, and then because this is a bigger piece of the braiding hair, I want to make sure it is nice and secure. It is not moving when I'm braiding down. I'm just gonna take a little piece of the braiding hair from the side and go round like 2 or 3 times just to make sure it is nice and secure. So I'm going to be sectioning the braiding hair into 3, making sure I'm using the middle piece to tuck in my natural hair, and then I'm just gonna start braiding down exactly the way I'm saying. Very easy, very beginner friendly. Anybody can do this, and when I tell you it is easy, you can already hear it from my voice. This is easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you have not been able to do any of my tutorials, you better believe this one is easy, okay? And I wanted to do something easy for summer, something quick that you can just rock and you are out the door. These summer vacations are about to be lit. Once I get to where I want the braid to stop, I'm just gonna take a little piece of the braiding hair and then tie a little knot, securing it, making sure I'm securing 4 or 5 times. Once I cut it, it does not unravel, sis, okay? I'm going to show you guys again. So you're going to take your Shine and Jam, apply it to your hair. You're going to make sure, you know, your scalp is really nice and clean or whatever. You're going to be taking your yarn, placing it to your hair, making sure you have a shorter piece on the top right there, and then you have the longer piece on the bottom. And then you're just going to start going round, making sure it is nice and snug on the bottom, but not way too tight that you're giving yourself a headache. You're going to be taking the smaller piece of the yarn on the top and then combining that with the bigger piece of the yarn and then just tying a little knot. That way it is nice and secure. That way you don't have to work twice. And then you're gonna cut the excess yarn using your scissors. And then I'm taking a little bit more of the Shine and Jam and applying to the rest of my hair on the top. That way it is really nice and sleek. I'm gonna take the braid and I'm going to place it on my hair. Okay, so I'm going to be securing that little scrunchie like 3 or 4 times. That way it is nice and secure. And then once I flip it down, I'm just gonna take a little piece from the braiding hair just to make sure I'm giving myself a little nice snug situation. That way I give myself a little base on the braid, sis, okay? I'm going to be sectioning the braiding hair into 3, exactly the way I'm doing. I'm just gonna take my natural hair and put it in the middle strand, okay? And then I'm just gonna start braiding down. Exactly the way I'm saying, sis. Very easy, very beginner friendly. Anybody can actually do this. This is for my sisters who cannot use rubber bands, who are afraid to use rubber bands because they break their hair, or they just don't wanna use rubber bands, they wanna try using something else. So once I get to where I want the braid to stop, I'm just gonna take a little piece from the side and then tie a little knot. So just a little piece, exactly the way I'm doing right there. And then I'm tying a knot like 4 or 5 times. Make sure you are securing really well. So at least 4 or 5 times, it is going to be nice and secure. And once you let it go, it is not going to unravel, sis. Gonna take my Kiss Edge Fixer and make sure I lay these baby hairs using the brush that I got from where? Amazon. You already know what it is by now, okay? And then I'm going to be using my styling strips just to make sure everything is nice and situated. So I'm just going to be using this lead, pouring in some water because I want to be able to touch the braid once I start burning it, okay? So I'm going to be using this lighter. So I'm just going to start cutting the hair on the bottom where I have the knot tied, okay? So I'm going to go down a little bit. So once I do that, I'm just going to take my lighter and then I'm going to start burning the ends, okay? Just make sure you're very, very careful because you do not want to burn yourself, sis. So I'm just going to be holding a little bit of the water to make sure, you know, I don't burn my fingers, okay? That's the whole point. And baby, when I tell you, these braids came all the way through. Yes, sis. I am loving this jumbo bob braids. Let me know if you guys are going to be trying this technique right here. And you know me, I cannot be the accessorizing queen without adding some accessories. So I'm going to be adding this gold accessories, okay? I'm going to be adding it at the end where I have the little knot. And baby, when I tell you, it took the style all the way to boom, 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 100. Let me know if you guys are feeling it. Let me know if you guys are going to be trying this. Let me know if this is a hot summer style or whatever, because I am feeling these braids right about now, sis. Okay, you know me, I gotta give you a little styles here and there. Just put these braids up in a bun and then left one down just to make sure I'm giving myself a little boom, okay? This is easy. This is so beginner friendly. I mean, I want my sisters to be able to do this in the summer and we are out at the door. Okay, just gonna pull all the braids up and baby, when I tell you, I am feeling myself and using a little bobby pins just to make sure I secure this, okay? Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for liking. Thank you for all the love. I cannot believe we are here today. Let's get to 500K because baby, at this point it is up from here. But make sure you're sharing these videos with your cousin, your mama, your bestie, and your aunt because sharing is caring. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.